Are we here?
We
Where? I
are.
don't know. Are we all here?
Check.
Boom,
Check.
boom, chakalaka.
Check
I
one.
think it's the only way to
Check
start
one,
up.
two.
Yeah, we're here. Yep. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Is that the end of campaign?
It means a lot. Oh, please, quiet down a bit. Thank you. We love you too. Anyways, how are we all tonight? We ready to dungeon it up in a city?
Wouldn't it be barred
Wait,
up?
what?
What?
We're in bars. We're gonna muck it up real good.
We know Arlo's here somewhere. He's just hiding right now. He's turned into his dragon form. That's what we see.
He has. Yeah, that is his dragon form. That's
Just his
Polymorph. Morph.
burning eyes. And the Whew. How about those Bengals?
What's a Bengal?
How about those Rams?
Don't you start with that.
That's
Yeah. So as we get started here, yeah, everything's good. We're on the Dougal, you made it. Welcome. We're glad you made it.
Sounds a lot like Moogle.
It's very close to Moogle, isn't it?
It is.
Very
Yeah.
very
Kiss it.
Moogle-like.
Yeah, kissing cousin to Moogle.
Yeah, I was thinking, like March is coming up, and I was like, man, what am I gonna do on March 5th and 6th? Mike, what are you gonna do on March 5th and 6th? Is there anything
I'm going to be in Michigan.
Michigan? What are we gonna do in Michigan?
Is there some D&D thing?
Well, an impromptu Comic-Con. At the
Midland.
Whoa!
We have got Midland Mall Comic-Con. It strikes back. Put on by Fett's Toy Depot, art by Ken's Comics. And guess who's going to be there? Mike, who's going to be there?
We're going to be there.
We are going to be there. We're going to be putting on, there's going to be a schedule. So there's going to be times, and you're going to be able to come by the table and get a personalized one-shot with myself or Mike right now. I don't think anyone else is coming in.
I might be able to make it. It's up in the air right now.
Yeah.
If I
I'll
did
send my
move
autograph.
4 hours. If I didn't move 4 hours in the opposite direction, I would be.
Right.
At least for Saturday. Sunday is really sketch, but definitely Saturday.
Yeah. So you're going to be there. You're going to stop by, say hello. Even if you don't play, stop by, say hello. We're going to have some dice there to hand out to get you started on your own D&D adventure. Only for the first 100 though. So that's what I have.
Are they 7D dice?
They are not 70 dice. But they
The
are
1d7, the most worthless of die.
Uh-huh.
they are D20s, the workhorse of D&D. So come on by and definitely stay for Banter and Babble's going to be there. I got my Banter and Babble shirt on today. They're going to be there doing some live broadcasts. Check them out. And there's going to be a large cosplay contest, so you can stop by and check that out as well. So that is, again, Midland Mall Comic-Con, and that's March 5th and 6th. So we hope to see you there. So yeah, that'll be fun. Me and Mike have definitely been already tossing some ideas around on how to do this, how to make something that we do 3 hours a week into 45 minutes to an hour.
Dude, that'd be a quick intro right to the fight and be done.
Yeah, it's like getting airdropped into a battle situation or something, So it's good to hone our own skills, but it'll be good for the players too. And we'll have sheets for everybody, so you play your character and then take your
We're
sheet.
going old school tabletop.
We'll have minis.
None of this DDB.
Yeah, we'll have minis. Well, I will have DDB up on my side of the screen for that stuff, but I'll have my physical dice there for sure. Yeah, so that's exciting. We're excited about that for sure. So something new for us to try. There's going to be so much good stuff there because Fet's Toys has all sorts of cool stuff. Anyways, we talked about the Bengals. We talked about the Comic-Con. So that means I think it's time that we get into the dungeon. So let's get where we left off here.
Oh, I go get my phone.
Trying to find there we go. That's proper music for where we left off. Last session. The party went shopping. They came into Verminia. They have not been there one day yet, and they've been very busy going from the old Boot Tavern or whatever it is. I don't have my stuff up. Sounds right. The Broken Spoke Tavern to dealing with some of the local denizens of Verminia and realizing the perils of a big city. In those adventures, they ran into a couple curious characters who implored them to speak to some of the syndicates in town. The Order of the Sun and Moon and the Children of Iota. The second of which was found in the Wolf's Head Tavern, where the party met some old friends that they didn't know survived Castle Verminia.
Capes Vassal.
Capes Vassal.
Survived the castle.
Yeah. Well.
Craft is at it again.
Yeah. What was it? Zamoria? it's that all over again.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
I know.
Yeah.
Getting a comfortable tabled room where they could speak privately. The Callister rents them or lets them use a room upstairs, and the party rests around the table for a moment. And that's where we left off. What would you like to do?
Grayson, turn your camera off real quick. Zorramir messed us up.
Looks like it's still right on the stream.
You're in Grayson's spot.
He's good. Grayson can turn it back on.
Yeah, now we're good. What's with all these people trying to get us to join some fraction while we're here?
They know that we need something. And of course, they're willing to help as long as they're getting something in return.
The word you're looking for is cult.
Indeed, they are all cults.
And they know how good we are with the swords.
Is it because of our renown or because we are a warm body?
I think it's more because we're new people.
People don't know us around here yet.
We have a tendency to stand out.
No.
How many
Really?
minotaurs do you know with one horn?
One.
I've done work for the Order of the Sun and Moon, so they know me.
What do you think we should do in regards to the sun and moon?
Well, most of the jobs were just cleaning out the undead, making sure the road from here to Fort Tenebris was safe.
And
I find it kind of sketchy that no one is willing to explain what they need unless they have our service.
They must know that commitment prior to a worthwhile explanation is quite a leap.
Well, you find that a lot here in the castle. Contracts are made. That way, if you don't keep your end of it, you're liable.
So this is not uncommon with your dealings with them in the past?
Let's just put it this way, if I never came back from fulfilling one of the contracts, they would just hire someone else.
But our reputation would be at stake.
True. I don't know much about the children of Iota.
DM, isn't that a boar?
A boar?
It's a cryptocurrency.
It's a name.
Just a name? I didn't know if it had some roots somewhere. All right. Okay, well, all right.
On to other matters, why I called you up here to begin with. I did a little bit of digging. Kithrin, I'm sorry.
That was the name the beholder shouted or asked us.
Seems he's one of the king's advisors.
It is unfortunate. We couldn't get more information.
Well, I plan on going and seeing one of the private investigators. Hopefully we can come up with some more information. But if this gentleman was working with a beholder, and he's got the king's ear as well, that does not bode well.
I am not mistaken that working for a beholder is uncommon, correct?
Most have their lackeys in some fashion or not.
Still frowned upon?
Still frowned upon.
Good. It's Grayson, I am out of my element in such a city. The idea of politics on such a scale is daunting.
The only reason I have any experience is because of my family. And that did not turn out well in the end.
Gaultier, you know the city. What say you about what has transpired in just one day of setting foot in this city?
Well, a lot has changed since I've been here. I left around when I was 10. I know nothing about these cults that we've been interacting with twice today. And I still need to go find Mei Lu. I think I know where she's at.
If you don't mind, I would accompany you with that endeavor.
If you want to, that's fine by me.
Sitting idle in this type of environment makes me antsy.
Why would you be sitting idle? Don't you have stuff to work on?
There's always something to work on.
Now is the time. Now is the time.
I know I will be here for at least Drastin, it was 3 days for my armor to be fixed?
Yeah.
So So I know I'll be around here for at least 3 days waiting for the armor. There's plenty of stuff I can try to get done during that time frame. Not just talking about trying to get an audience with the king, too.
So much outside of our control. So much unknown.
Well, we don't have to give our answer to the Order of the Sun and Moon until tomorrow. Like I said, we still need to go talk to a private investigator about this Kithrin situation.
Do you have one in mind that you trust?
Only one here that I know of, and they're paid to be discreet.
I'd like to hear.
I would also like to get their 2 cents on these 2 orders that are trying to recruit us.
Well, that leaves another matter to discuss. As you know, I have contacted Lucidia to meet me here. We have 6 out of the 7 pieces of the sword. Arlo, my plan is to put the pieces in the second bag of holding and have them take it back to why can I never remember the name of that?
How did all
Norris,
my get messed up?
The heart tree?
Lenoris Vey. Nobody seems to know where this place is other than the elves and ourselves. They lived there hidden for years, centuries. We were gonna have to take the sword back there anyway to have it reforged. These are darker times now. They almost had it if they'd actually looked into our equipment in the desert.
Most fortunate were we.
They
Was
didn't
the
know what we
island. The island would have suffered gravely, and all inhabitants.
Grayson, can you turn your camera off again?
What the fuck, guys?
It's all Carlson, man.
As Zoom keeps pooping the bed.
Okay, you're good.
And you're good now. I'm back on. It would benefit us to have all the pieces where we need to get them reforged, but it also puts a chance that if they find out where the pieces are, to try to go get them.
Well, like I said in the desert, the fact that we're keeping these pieces in another plane, a pocket dimension, I think it's harder for him to find them.
It could very well could be the case.
So, if we add the knowledge that not too many people know about Lenoris Vey, they could at least keep it safe while we try to get this last piece.
Well, that sure makes me nervous.
The only thing we risk is he can somehow sense where they are during the time it takes to go from one bag of holding to the other.
Do you think that when he attacked Portstown, when I had them on my person, if he had known I had them, he wouldn't have taken them?
I see your point,
Yeah.
but they've just not been out of our sight since we've been collecting them, and it's just kind of hard to, let go of.
But we would be giving them to the forger, the original forger.
Oh, it makes sense to me. I'm just.
Oh, it does.
It's
It's just
thinking.
It's just different. I mean, I'll lean on your wisdom, Grayson, and by all means, I'll clean this pack out, and we'll put them in here.
I don't trust the king. If he found out that we had all of the pieces, it was to stop him from having us arrested and taken for himself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Basically, trust anybody.
here.
There's very few people you can trust. Most of them are acquaintances you've known longer than they've been here.
And after what we did for Lucidia and her father, I don't see them betraying us.
You want the bag now?
If you don't mind. She should be here within a few days.
I'll take out the 10 books and 5 scrolls and give him the bag of holding.
All right. You take those out and place them in your regular backpack. You can feel the weight of them. 10 books is a lot of books.
We need all of those. Laylock, have you gone through them?
I have not been through all of them. I will put it on my list of things to do while we wait these next few days.
She said to meet back here by tomorrow night. Is that what too many notes around here. Gilly said she wanted to meet us back here, or was it at another location?
She said you could meet her back there.
Okay. Again, I'm not. That has come down to this for us to gain audience, but I'd rather work with the devil I know than the devil I don't.
That's a fair statement.
Are we all in agreement?
I agree.
No arguments from me.
This will work.
I suggest we go to our rooms at the den. Do some personal exploration. Get what you need to get done tomorrow, or at least some of it, and we'll meet back here.
What time do we want to aim to meet back here tomorrow night?
I would say dinner.
Will work for me.
All right, gentlemen.
How much time has passed since all this has happened? Because I think we got here around like dinner time, like 6, didn't we?
It's been a while. You had drinks down with Shorin. So I would say approximately 8:30, 9-ish at night.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and head back to the den then.
Laylock, do you need some funds?
I am in dire need of gems, in need of time. It appears yes, possibly. I will seek you out in the morning to determine everything that I need. Have we come upon any gems in our travels?
I think I've given you all the gems of any reasonable value.
I still have a handful.
I hand over the diamond.
Rest assured, whatever I do not need will go back to their respective owner. Gaultier, Did you say you still had some?
Yep, I still have a handful, and I'll hand them over to you. And I believe you have that list already.
I do.
Okay.
So yeah, the diamond's worth 300.
Okay. Thank
Layla,
you.
in the morning, the first thing we'll do is stop by and try to get you that whatever you need, and then go try to find Melu.
Yes, that would be wise. I am going to begin. I have a long night ahead of me. Thank you.
Well, let's head out back to the tavern then, or the den then. I'll walk out of the meeting room.
All right. So Gaultier walks out. Is everyone heading back to, or going to the tavern? Or are you heading back to the inn, or?
I am headed back to the inn.
I will be heading back to the inn as well.
Yep.
For
I'll
personal
follow along.
exploration.
Yeah, I'll be heading back too.
Okay. You all get up from the room, walk out. Shorin gives you a nod as you walk down to the main floor and walk the dark streets of Castle Verminia. The busyness of the city has died down to quiet streets lit by magical lanterns. The cold blue light illuminates the buildings and the streets, making for dark alleyways that give you pause from time to time. Grayson and Gaultier, these are familiar feelings as you kind of remember these streets and how they can be at night. The guards do what they can, but there's a lot of shadows. You eventually make your way around and enter Tendra's den. Grayson, are you just going to your room?
Yeah.
Okay. Grayson bids you all adieu and goes to his room. The rest of you stand and see a small, thin, elvish woman with long white hair, eyes nearly closed.
Greetings.
Can I help you?
I believe our rooms have already been taken care of.
Name?
By Grayson.
She looks down at a paper and you can see her finger perusing the names of those that have checked in. Ah, yes. She pulls out the keys. I see he did not pay for accompaniment in the rooms. Does anyone have a preference for company?
Zorramir might.
Like, friends to play board games with? You have halflings here?
We do have a halfling.
No, actually, I think I'd like some peace and quiet tonight. Thank you.
We also have bathing services as needed.
No, I definitely don't need that.
You will need to bathe at some point in time, Zorramir.
Well, we'll see about that.
And you see during this her persona remains very stoic. Doesn't crack a smile or make a disgusted look, just very frozen.
I will be passing on the company as well.
She sets
Thank you for your offers.
She sets the keys, the 4 additional keys on the counter in front of her. You're welcome. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you. How long were the rooms paid for?
They have been covered for a week.
He was very thoughtful, Grayson. Thank
Usually
you.
generous of him.
Generous
Oh.
with our fund money. I mean, it comes out of the funds.
I guess that's
He-
true. Tell me, what was your name? Icy one?
AC1?
Icy.
My name is
Oh,
Tindra.
those nice.
just like the sign says.
Oh, you're the owner.
I am.
Oh, nice to meet you. I didn't expect you to be personally serving us so late at night. Do you do food service to the rooms?
Zorramir, I don't think she's serving us.
We do for 5 silver pieces a night.
You have pie?
We can acquire pie.
Get out.
I would like
Meatball.
a meat pie and a blueberry pie if you have that.
Meat and
Ooh,
blueberry.
and those meat.
Would everybody else like pie? My treat. It's a
really-
fantastic midnight snack. Let me tell you.
I have eaten enough for the evening.
Yeah, I'm good, Zorramir. Thanks.
You sure?
Don't want any meat pie.
Madam Kendra, it was a pleasure. I will be retiring for the evening.
I hope you have a pleasant stay.
I'm sure I will.
I'll throw a gold up on the counter to pay for my pies.
Thank you.
Multiple pies.
We'll have them delivered as soon as they're ready. They may be
10
hot.
pies. 10.
What? What did you say?
It's 10 pies. You gave him a gold and 1 silver piece apiece.
5
It's like
silver
10
pieces
pies.
each.
Oh, okay.
It's a-
I was like,
He
it's like
wanted his pie.
10
That was
pies.
He's
Okay.
excited.
Better be a good pie. Expensive pie.
He's like, I don't need what you offer. I just need your blueberry pie.
All right. Good night, all. I will see you in the morning.
Rest well.
Thank you.
The rest of you go to your rooms.
Yep.
You unlock the door with a click. The room opens up and you see a fairly nice canopy-style bed. Windows out to the dark streets. You see the moonlight in the distance, and the streets are quiet here. Small table in the room for any needed use. The room is quite comfortable. Anything anybody wants to do before morning?
Yes, I am going to try and brew a Death's Embrace.
All right. Roll up. I think it's a medicine for that one.
Why do you do this to me? Oh, I have advantage on this now. Ooh, 18.
You take the ingredients out that you've placed together and take an empty vial out that you've collected and begin mixing things together. And before too long, the mixture begins to boil on itself and turns into a black liquid with slight brown swirls that pass through it, slightly effervescent. And it smells strange, almost like flowers and a dead fish.
specific.
Dead fish.
Anyone else?
I know Blaylock is waiting to go.
I am. I'd like to start working on my staff, and just I believe I still need to work on the battery and the prong extension. So I will continue to work on the enhanced battery.
Okay, roll it up.
Yeah, and with a flash of genius, because that's just how we roll. Yuck, 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 yuck. Oh my gosh.
Go
14.
on, go on.
9.
Yeah, 14.
That's
So I used flash of genius.
yeah. That is not a success.
That's
Leo,
Right, I rolled
Leo
a-
watches
I rolled
you.
a nat 1.
Yeah, Mike rolled a nat 1. So Leo's looking at you, and he's say, "No, it goes over. No, you're not listening to me."
I'm having a hard time concentrating with your prattling.
Well, if you'd
Hmm.
listen to me, you'd be done already. Nobody cares
How-
about Leo.
I care about Leo, but I did not create this, and a little patience would go a long way, Leo.
Well, hey, I've been waiting 1,000 years. What's a couple more?
Hmm. Now, let's talk about the material cost for repairing this. Other than these parts, I need a fire opal, I believe, for
Yep.
the length approximation supplement eradication rod, and I also need a jade and carnelian to finally finish this module here. There are 2 slots that are still sorely vacant here.
Yep.
What else do I need?
Let me look at yeah, that's about it. The rest of it's just repairs.
You and I are going to be spending a long time together.
I hope the rest of your livable life.
I hope so as well. So that took about, what, 4 hours?
That's typically what we do.
Okay. All right. Leo, in the morning, I'm going to gather supplies, and then we will begin anew.
Sounds
And
great.
hopefully with more success.
I'm excited.
As am I. Is any of this work going to fix your auditory sensors?
We can only hope.
Fair enough. Have a good night, Leo. I know you don't sleep, but have a good night nonetheless.
You don't know me. And he stretches his arms out. God, I need some sleep.
That'll be it for me for the night.
All right. Anyone else?
Going to work on the infuser. I haven't worked on that thing in months.
Roll it up.
I think I finished the that's dexterity, right?
Yeah, you were working on additional vials.
Fail. 8. I'm never gonna get this infuser done.
Wow. Guys, rolling really poorly this evening.
Let me use physical dice.
Yeah, you should let me roll for you.
After the travel in and the long day in the city, it's just hard to focus, and you nod off and fall asleep while working on the infuser. Arlo, I think you're the last one.
I'm just gonna lay down and stare at the ceiling.
All right. Night falls, and morning comes. The light shines through the window, waking you up. What's everybody doing?
I'm gonna poke my head out the door and wonder where the heck my pies are that I paid a whole gold for.
Your
He
pies-
ate them.
Your pies did show up. You ate your pies.
Yeah.
I ate my blueberry one in the middle of the night. I'm gonna come down in the morning, meat pie in hand, and be slurping it up, offering it around to the group.
You see Zorramir down at the table in the morning, eating pie, some leftover blueberry resting on his cheek.
Seem to miss some there, Zorramir.
You want them?
No, thank you.
It was delicious. Like, not quite as good as Cider Point, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Are all of us downstairs or
Yes.
just him?
Unless you want to be in your room.
No.
Okay.
I'll lean over to Zorramir, I'll look him in the eye, and I'll just put my hand down on his meat pipe. Grab some while I'm staring him in the eye. Eat some. Yeah, you're right.
Good, right?
It's good. Cider Point.
No. But, I mean, it's a town of halflings. Halflings just know how to do everything the best. What can I say?
Blaylock, I'm ready when you are.
Yes. Fire opal. Fire opal is what I'm looking for. I'm looking just distracted at the staff. Distractedly. Jade and Carnelian. Now, DM, it's supposed to be 100 gold piece minimum for the Jade and Carnelian, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, just want to make sure.
In this town, that's going to cost us like $1 million.
Reasonably priced, not cheap. We can hopefully exchange some of these for one. I would prefer not to. I believe the markup in this town is quite notorious.
Well, any of the gems I gave you are yours to do whatever you need to do with. I don't
They
need
will
any of
go
them back.
They will go back to the group fund if need be. I do not care for carrying around valuables unnecessarily. I'll also an iron ornate box. Still seeking that ornate box.
Here you go. And I hand him the box that the racers were in.
Ah,
Fair enough.
this will work. Yeah, metal lockbox worth at least 400 gold pieces. DM.
Sure.
Okay.
It was
And
quite an
ornate-
ornate box, also
Yeah.
considering the price.
An ornate stone.
I'll allow it.
I know what I paid for. Jackass. Here's some bracers for $1,000 and an $8,000 shipping cost.
I remember those bracers. Well, thank you. This will help. This will definitely help. Yes, Gaultier, shall we?
Up to you, boss.
All right.
Okay.
Blaylock and
We'll head out.
Gaultier get up from the table and head out. Zorramir.
I, for one, need to make a trip to the weaponsmith. Anybody else need to go?
Think they'll sell some? No, I need to go. I need to go buy some potions and a heal kit. I can tag along if you want to roll with me to go get some stuff, some heal kits.
If you want to come with me to Weaponsmith first, I
Here we go. Check on my sword.
accommodate you to get some potions.
Gaultier, where would we acquire these gems?
Let's see.
There's a
Most-
jeweler.
There's a jeweler.
Yes.
That is right. Where was my mind? Thank
Is
you.
Grayson with us?
I'm walking out, but
Okay.
Yeah, Grayson has his own priorities.
He's going for a PI.
golden gem for all your jewelry needs.
You
Excellent.
most likely find him in the shopping district.
Let's go there and then see if your sister has returned. Well, no, that was rather heartless of me. Let's go see your sister. The gems can wait.
Well, we gotta find my sister. We're going in the opposite direction. We have to go over to the old boot. I believe
Oh,
that's
you
where she
want
might
some
be.
noodles? Macaroni noodles?
But you're still on, Biddle.
Or
Zorramir,
Yes.
did you make any kind of profit off of the beholder stocks? Because I have a few more if we need some extra cash.
A little bit. I think in trade I got about 100 gold or so for it.
Okay. Maybe I'll make a stop there on my way back.
Okay.
Gaultier,
Yes.
let's go visit your sister and see
I
how
don't
she
know if
fares.
she's gonna be there. It's
That's-
just going off memory.
Yes, priorities. Your sister first.
Okay.
Leo
Well,
second.
I'll start heading towards the old boot then.
The old coot.
The old coot.
The old coot.
Something completely different. All right, so you're headed there. Arlo and Zorramir, you're headed to the weapon shop.
Yep.
And Grayson, you're headed to the PI.
Correct.
Okay,
Do me last though, because I've got to take a minute.
fine. I was going to anyway, so great.
Uh,
All right,
Gotta poop.
so you walk out into the city. Again, the streets are bustling with activity, and you work your way back over to the dock district. You can hear the dock workers in the going back and forth, unloading ships, and you can hear seagulls call in the distance. You watch as the street noticeably turns to a rough cobblestone, as this area is not taken care of very well. And you, as soon as I get to the right place, you see a sign missing a chain on one side, suspending it up. It has a small cauldron on it. And next to the cauldron is the picture of a boot that's been painted on. The paint's faded. The boot is worn, and the toe of it's busted open. And you can see on the outside the boards have gaps in them. You see a rat run across the front of the building. They've grayed over time, and moss grows up the side of them. The roof of the building has been patched several times, but never replaced, and it sits among several other buildings that are in a very similar state.
I'm gonna walk into the old boot.
Okay. You, as you walk in, you see a few people sitting there, ragged clothes, messy hair, and sunken eyes. And behind the counter, you see an old, balding man with just a halo of white hair that kind of droops down over his ears, and a long white beard, and little tiny circle spectacles over his eyes. And as you walk in, he adjusts the spectacles. Who goes there?
I'm looking for somebody. I'm hoping she's staying here.
Possibly. But typically we don't give away the roster of who's there. There are some people here that just want to disappear. Is that why you're here?
I'm gonna slide him 2 gold and say, "Does anyone by the name of Meilu check in?" She's my sister, and I'm looking for her.
He looks at the gold and pushes it back toward you. I'm sorry. The name doesn't sound familiar.
I put 3 more down. Does this refresh your memory at all?
And again, adjusting his glasses and what is names are so seldom used here. Could you describe what she looks like?
I'll describe to him what she looked like from the last time I saw her in the cave.
Okay. That does sound vaguely familiar. Though I haven't seen her this morning.
But she is staying here.
I've seen her stay here, yes.
Would you be willing? Thanks for that information.
Oh, well,
This helps
happy. Could
confirm
I
that she's
get
here.
you gentlemen a room?
No, thank you. We don't need a room. We're just on the look for somebody.
How much for a room?
A room here, the costly is 1 silver piece a night, and I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. Well, I did, but my name is Hugo. Hugo's there.
I hate you. Honestly, when you described it, I'm like, Santa?
Well, I
Hugo?
would like to purchase a room for a week, please.
I'm happy to help you with that request. And he
I'll
just
slip him the 7 silver.
he looks at it. And
Exit.
okay.
Oh, I'll make it a gold.
He smiles, and with long, spindly fingers, he takes all the gold off the counter and kind of scoops it down. And you see him turn to the side. And Blaylock, you're tall enough because you're quite taller than most. And you see him pull his pants out, and he starts scooping the gold into the front of his pants. And then he lets go of the band and just he starts patting the front, and you hear the coins jingle in the front of his pants.
Oh my gosh.
Don't, Gaultier, don't ever ask him for change.
Do I at least hear like the clinking of the,
Oh, yeah.
of the chain? Okay.
And he pulls out a key, and it's long, and you can see it's bent and indented. And here you go. This room, one of our nicer rooms. It's at least out of the water.
Ah, thank you. I appreciate that. And I'll take the key and put it in my bag. We'll be back later.
Well, we hope to see you. And welcome to the old boot.
In the meantime, your sign out front is in a gross state of disrepair. Would you happen to have a ladder so that I may repair it for you?
Oh, of course. With my back, I don't have the height to reach it anymore.
Yes, and with your particular manner of storing the currency, I see that is very dangerous. Stepping on a ladder. I will fix this for you. Just
What a
Yes.
kind soul you are. And he shuffles back, and you see he's got the beginning of a hunch in his back, and you can hear his feet shuffling across the floor as he moves over to grab a ladder, and you hear it as he just drags it across the floor over to you.
Here, let me take that for you.
And as you take it, each spindle in the ladder is severely worn and rotted, and you can see they've been chewed at by rats or some other beast, and especially someone of your size, you question whether it can even support your weight. There you go. You're such a kind lad.
Would you mind if I do not want to upset the local constabulary. I would like to repair this first. This will be by magical means. Will that be an issue?
Oh, as long as you don't burn the place down again, it's all fine.
Again?
This place has seen some stuff, Blaylock.
I'll cast mending on the ladder.
And you see the wood begin to restore itself, and the ladder looks almost new again. The chewed pieces wrap around themselves like nature regrowing itself into the ladder.
Does it look like that it can support me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll make my way over and march my way up the ladder to handle the sign, grab onto the chain of the one side that is not linked, and then cast mending on the sign.
You see the chain mend itself back and looks new, which is out of place for the sign and building itself.
One step at a time. And I'll make my way back down, and then instead of handing the ladder to him, I'll put it back to where I found it. I will put this back for you.
As you come back down, you hear faintly, the whole time you were mending the sign, he was working his way out there to watch what you were doing, and he was just reaching the door frame as you were coming down the ladder.
All fixed. Not a problem.
Oh, fantastic. And he turns around and you just hear as he works his way back to the counter.
Poor old man. Gosh. Oh, here. I will put this away for you if that is acceptable.
Such a kind deed. Who can I say to people to sing your praises for fixing the place? What is your name?
Blaylock Rayburn of Mucking Good Adventurers. Did we ever come up with another name?
Nope.
No.
Mucking Good Adventurers.
That is to stay.
It
Hate that
is.
fucking name.
Rayburn, you say? Interesting.
Rayburn. The W is silent.
A long time ago, there was another much like you that stopped by here. But it was a bit more deconstructive when she was here.
Ah. Interesting. I would like to know more. Maybe later tonight.
And you see him look down, and he looks back up at you, Hello and welcome to the old boot. Who goes there? That's me. Can I get you a room?
You and I'll hold up the key and I'll be like, you have already taken care of us, and we will meet again soon. DM, could you send me his name in chat again?
Yep.
It was Hugo there.
It's there.
Oh yeah, Hugo's there. Got it.
It's one name I'll remember.
Yeah, how could I forget? Okay.
Hugo was there.
And he's got freaking dementia.
Okay, I'll walk back out of the old boot.
Okay, you walk
And start-
outside, and you're kind of like you've watched all this go down with Blaylock, and kind of weird, but whatever.
It's Blaylock's. He's just doing Blaylock things.
Building
And I'll start.
bridges, Gaultier. Building bridges.
Still don't get why you bought some rooms, or bought a room for a week. But as
Hey.
we're talking, I'm walking around looking around the old area to see if I can find the hideout.
Something in me said that it was a good idea to purchase lodging here.
Sounds like he knew your mother, so it might come out to be good.
He knew my family's given name, yes, but I don't know more than that. After the last time my mother's name was uttered aloud, I am hesitant to discuss it further and inquire more, even though her condition is of grave concern. It was almost detrimental to our current situation by me merely bringing her name to the forefront. What do you say about Melu?
Well, I know our old hideout, it used to be around this area, so I was wondering if she was staying at the old boot. Since she
So
went back.
you have an idea as to where she may be?
Yeah, an inkling. That's why we're walking around looking right now.
Does this look familiar to you?
DM, does Anders look familiar to me by now?
I'd like to use Flash of Genius on Gaultier.
For doing what? What is he doing?
For I'm just
investigation.
just trying to help him, to stimulate old memories of when he was 10,
All right, Gaultier.
and just asking.
Give me an intelligence check and use your flash of genius. See what you remember.
Just plain intelligence?
Just plain intelligence.
I was almost like 14. It was almost a goddamn nat 20.
You walk for a short bit, and your memory is kind of jogged, kind of like a deja vu. You look over at a building, and in your head you just feel, this is the place. And there's no door to this building. It's long been collapsed. But there's a small gap. And as you get closer to it, you see some familiar initials. Very small, carved into one of the boards, faded with much time.
Blaylock, I believe this is the place. These
You
initials are
have been
ours.
here before.
I even put my name on this building.
This is you. It's so tiny. And I put my large thumb up to the initials there. Yeah. For scale.
And it can cover almost both initials together.
You were so tiny
Those
compared to
10
how you
expect.
are now.
Am I able to squeeze through the small opening? Or am I way too big for that now?
Moving some of your things around, kind of holding packs to the side, you're able to squeeze in. It's an extremely tight fit for you, but you push your body as much as you could. It was much easier when you were a child to get through this gap and inside this old building.
Blaylock, wait out there.
I will wait out here. I fear trying to navigate such a small enclosure would not fare well.
Probably not. And I'll start walking around.
Inside
see?
the building, it's a lot of decay and debris, and almost like a rush of memories come back to you as you think of where this place was. You remember climbing on these boxes and moving upwards as the place is higher than where you're currently at. The debris around, you see mice and rats skitter off, afraid of the noise that came in. The smell is rotting wood, and it's slightly dark in there. Light peeks through the cracks in the walls. Would you like to proceed upwards?
Mhm.
Right. I need you to make an athletics check.
Athletics? I get advantage on that. So dirty 20 for the first one, and 19 for the second one.
Okay.
So dirty 20.
You climb up on these boxes and leap forward, grasping an upper ledge, pulling yourself up and squeezing yourself through yet another small opening in the building. And you continue walking across a couple planks that lead to another building. And you hop up a couple other boxes and drop down onto a flat building that looks out almost over the city. You see in the corner of the building, old empty barrels and crates have been arranged almost as makeshift walls. And a large blue tarp drapes over the top of them, and you hear it flapping in the breeze as the strong smell of fish just permeates your nose. And it's rather large. I mean, it's built up 8 to 10 feet or so.
I'm going to go over and investigate that.
All right. As you
Also,
get okay.
I misspoke. This is on me. I did not have advantage on athletics. I looked at Arcana.
Oh, you were fine either way.
Yeah, I was just calling myself out.
As you get closer, you see a familiar overturned barrel where the mouth of the barrel is facing outward, and a small torn piece of red cloth hangs over what would be the top of this barrel. Your memories flash back to when you were children and how this was your idea to make the entrance, to keep it safe and secure. No one else would expect that this was your hideout.
Apparently I was clever when I was 10. Meilu, are you there?
Silence.
I'll open up the red fabric.
You push the cloth to the side and squeeze yourself into the barrel, thinking this was a whole lot easier when you were younger. You come through and you see the interior of your hideout, virtually unchanged. Time and weather has aged it. You see small carvings of stick people in epic fights with stick dragons and other mythical creatures adorn the inside of barrels and crates that were there. One of Melu's old dolls rests in the corner, an eye still missing. The cloth has become rat-eaten, decayed with time. You look up, and on the other far side of your hideout, you see Melu sitting on a barrel, staring out over the water. In the distance, you see the castle in perfect view against the bright blue sky, her hair slightly blowing in the wind. Her gaze doesn't break from the distance.
Melu, I found you.
She remains silent.
I walk over and put my hand on her shoulder.
Oh, I'm sorry. She steps up and gives you a hug. I wasn't sure if I would see you again.
I told you I'd find you again. Man, this place brings back a lot of old memories.
It was much easier to get to when we were younger.
Or I know I was a whole lot smaller back then.
But it was ours. We would come here, get away from our troubles. I wish it was like that again.
I can understand that. Seems like for the most part, it's been left untouched by others. Probably because no one else is crazy to have to jump, hop, skip, and jump to get over here.
I'm not even sure how we did it as children. She sits back down. And her gaze goes into the distance. You know, Gaultier, I need to speak to the king.
Why do you need to talk to the king?
He needs to know. They need to know the evils that are through this land and that are in secret. These children of Varsith. I need to find a way in.
What do you know of the Order of Sun and Moon and the children of Iola?
Iota.
Iota.
Petty distractions in this town. I wouldn't get too concerned. She kind of stretches for a bit, lets out a yawn. I'm still weak. Right now, sleep has been my only friend.
I imagine you're not getting much of that being in the old boot.
It's not so bad.
Really now. It seemed like it was just as bad as I remembered. Now a little worse when we were kids.
But Hugo's nice. He lets me stay for free. He
Probably forgets you're there.
He keeps me safe. I do a little work. I clean some things up. The business hasn't been real great. But it's somewhere to lay my head. And It's not far from this.
Do you have a plan to try to get in and talk to the king?
I figure maybe I can clean up, get some cash, and maybe work in Tendra's Den. Maybe meet a noble or someone of money, marry in, and they have access inside. I don't
You
know.
don't need to do that, Melu. That's.
I
Don't do that to
don't
yourself.
have many options, Gaultier. We don't have anything left. It's just me and you.
I know it's just us. I'm also working with the group of travelers I'm working with to try to get an audience to the king to tell them the same thing you need to talk about.
I could provide my services to the Silent Steps, or as long as I don't get caught.
Do I know what the silent steps are?
Nope.
What are the silent steps?
Gaultier, I can't get you wrapped up in this.
I've been approached by both the Sun and Moon and Iota. The first day we were here, trying to get us to join them, do something for them, to get them to get us an audience with the king.
I'm sure
What
they
are
can.
you in right now?
I don't have those kind of skills. They both seek people with abilities, knowledge. I don't have that. Her gaze remains unfixed on the castle. You realize I will do what I must.
Yeah, I know you will. You've always been thick-headed since we were children.
Believe you were the ones that used to get the beatings.
I was the one stupid enough to get caught.
that is true, brother. That is true.
Let me talk to the people I'm traveling with and see if we can get an audience with the king in less shadowy, steppy way, as you've said.
Oh, Gaultier. I think you would do best just to forget about me.
Now you know I can't do that.
I am just a burden. Just let me be.
I'm gonna flicker in the forehead.
Okay.
I don't
Ow!
have abandoned family.
What? Why?
That way get you to shut up.
You know it's true.
Never said I was gonna abandon you. I spent years looking for you guys after I got done training. Never would have thought that you guys would have came back here, so I never came back to you this way.
I came back because it was familiar. We've lost Mom, Dad. It's just us. And I don't need you putting yourself in harm's way on my account.
Oh, I'm in harm's way already. Been in harm's way for a little while here. Don't think what you have is worse than what I'm trying to stop.
You don't need me weighing you down. I'll find my way.
Don't make rash decisions. Not now.
I won't. That's for you to do, not me.
If I can get an audience with the king and tell him what you want to tell him, would that be better than you going and try to work at Tendra's Den or working with whatever this group is you're working with?
I still have to make money somehow. I have to survive.
You're telling me you don't have the skills to slay the undead and work with the Order of Sun and Moon to keep the path between here and Fort. I know it's not called Fort Trinidad, but that's where my mind's going.
Or
Tenebris.
Tenebris. Yeah.
keep the road clean like Grayson used to do?
Gaultier, so much more than that. So much more. But I feel he won't take me serious. He needs to see me. He needs to see what they've done to me. And she stands up, and you see her open up the lower part of her shirt, and you can see massive scars cut into her flesh all over her stomach. Tear. I've been a part of horrible things. I've done horrible things. Don't let me bring you into harm's way.
Yeah, but they were also controlling you. You don't remember fighting me and my party members before we got to that cave.
I don't.
I mean, there's nothing I can say to you about everything you've done. And I can talk to a group, see if we can get you in there with us with a meeting, but I can't make no promises.
Maybe I can take your way. Maybe I can rush the gate.
That would
sneak
not
inside.
Be wise.
They may restrain me, maybe something happens, but to allow him to hear my message.
The castle's on lockdown right now, if you aren't aware of that.
I can find a way inside.
Any way inside, based on the rules of this city, is most likely going to get you killed.
She recloses her tunic and sets back down, stares back out at the castle. I'll find a way. There's always a way.
There's always a way. Now let me see if I can find a way that doesn't involve suicide.
Gaultier, why couldn't we have just been farmers? Why couldn't have you married? I married? Built homes on our land?
That I don't have an answer for. All I can say is life does not let you do what you think you want to do sometimes.
Never ends out that way, does it?
No, it does not. I can't believe I found you again after all these years, let alone in a imprisonment camp in the desert.
Well, fate is weird. I would have never thought a giant god of water would come out and be upset with my brother and his friends.
Yeah, the Minotaur said some choice words to him while we were on a boat one time, and that made the journey last a lot longer than it should have.
I really need to sit down with you sometime and hear these stories.
We're heading back to the oh god, bear with me. Map.
The old boot.
To the we are going the old boot, but I mean also dinner's at the
Wolf's
Gilded
Head.
Glass.
Wolf's
Oh, the homestead. Oh, Wolf's the Head. Okay, my bad. Wrong one. Well, my party is going to Wolf's Head tonight. You're more than welcome to join us if you want to.
I'll think about it. She takes her fist and kind of lightly fake punches your jaw. You were always Mom's favorite, you know.
Yeah, and you're always Dad's, weren't you?
I was.
Don't worry. If you do come tonight, I'll pay for everything you get. Don't worry about that.
I'll think about it. If you need me, you know where
I know
I'm
where to
at.
find you. I might get tetanus trying to get to you again, but
It keeps us safe.
I'm gonna give her a hug and say I'll see you later.
She embraces you, and you feel your neck get slightly wet from her tears. I'll think about what you said. I really will.
You better.
She releases from the embrace and wipes the tear out of her eyes. Sits back down, kind of leans up against a crate, props one leg up, and you see her take a dagger out. She just kind of spins it on with the point down on one of the boxes as she just stares out over the horizon.
I'm gonna head back out the way I came.
All right. Several
Then-
moments later, Blaylock, were you doing anything, or are you just waiting right by the entrance?
Like a lost puppy.
How long did that take?
Half hour or so.
It's not like, hey, let me work on my staff while he's.
No, it wasn't. It
Gallivanting
wasn't
about.
like a 4-hour thing. Yeah.
No, all right. Well, I'll just be standing there, watching, just being on guard for the hole, at the hole.
All right. A few moments later, you hear a bag get thrown beside you, and you see Gaultier squeezing back out of this small hole and with grunts.
I'll extend my hand and try and help him through. Here, come.
I'll reach out to grab it and then probably get flung out the hole.
He pulls you out safely. You kind of brush yourself off. You see him standing there with a quizzical look on his face.
Well, how did it go?
Hopefully it went better than I'm thinking right now. I know where
Did
she's
you-
at.
Did you see her?
I did find her. We talked for a bit.
Well, where is she? Where did she not come out?
She's contemplating some discussion that we had. She's trying to find a way in to see the king too. Something about, oh god, was it Shadow Step?
What was it?
Steps of Shadow, I believe.
Steps of
you
Shadow? Yeah.
Said. Yeah.
Was it?
Shadow Step. It's always Shadow Step now.
Shadow Step now.
Hold on. Silent steps.
Sil- She was saying something about silent steps, but wouldn't tell me what it is. I think
What I
it's.
said. Silent Steps.
It sounds to me like it's another order of sun and moon situation going on.
Another cult.
Possibly. I told her where we would be tonight for dinner. If she wants to come join us to talk.
How was her mental state?
Did I notice anything off?
No.
She seemed fine, but she seemed as best as you can be for what she's been through to me. She showed me some of the things they've done to her under her tunic, and they did some things to her.
Oh
when
dear.
she was on that island,
Oh dear.
and she wants to show the king what they did, hopes thinking that would get his mind through.
Hmm.
But
I
is
hope
staying up
she
the old
takes
boot.
you on your offer.
Me too. I'm hoping she doesn't do anything stupid.
Agreed. Well,
We also know she's staying at the old boot. She's told me she helps out around there and stays for free. So I know 2 places to find her.
Good. Good. Well, shall we give her some time, or do you wish to wait for her here for her to emerge?
I think she'll take some time. Let's go try to get you your gems you need.
If you wish to wait here, I will understand. I can go on to the shop.
I think right now it'd be best if I also keep myself busy.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm glad to know my sister's alive. The only thing
Yes.
that bothers me is what we saw in that cavern. I hope it's my sister, not whatever those rain sucker things were.
You all have lost so much.
Yeah, it's down to just me and her now.
Hmm.
And I keep trying to get it through her thick skull. I'm not going to just abandon her.
Yes. Well, my rather large ears are always available to listen if you wish to talk further.
Thanks, Blaylock.
Let's head back to the jeweler.
I'll start leading the way.
All right. So you guys both begin walking out of the dock district. Arlo and Zorramir, you are up.
Oh. All right. We are walking to the weaponsmith.
Yes. All right. So you make your way to Farron's Beard. You walk inside and you hear a small hammer, ting, 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 and see the familiar gnome with the long braided beard working away at Arlo, your blade.
Ah, how's it coming along, fine friend?
Fantastic!
Ah, good to hear.
You
So
guys-
just inquiring, how much longer do you think you'll need?
Right on schedule.
So tomorrow?
I
Or
think
today.
you have an additional day. I can't
Oh,
remember. Was it 2 days, 3 days, something like
you said
I think
2
it was
days.
that? Okay. So tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Very good. I can't wait to see. I've heard good things about you and your
Oh.
abilities.
He sets the hammer down and grabs a rag and begins wiping his hands off, and takes it and kind of dabs the sweat from his brow. And you see him hop down and he disappears for a second, and you just see the top of his hat from behind the counter moving closer and closer before he climbs up on a few boxes and puts his hands both out on the counter. So, what can I do for you?
How do you feel like taking up another quick weapon modification task?
What's one more?
Right. I undo my rapier from me, keeping it sheathed, and set it down in front of him. This is my trusty and prized weapon that I carry with me, and it's been very faithful throughout all of my fights. But, well, I've gone through some, say, personal modifications over the last weeks and month myself. So I kind of glanced down at the scales growing on me. I'd like to reflect that in my weaponry.
Oh, sure.
I want to turn the crossbar here into like a a dragon's mouth with its teeth open, and then I mime. It's like when I land that final blow, stab into the creature, the teeth give a little bit of extra piercing to do the KO.
And he takes the blade out and kind of pulls it out. And as he's pulling it out, the dagger portion unhinges and comes out. Oh, well, that's different. And he slides it back in.
It does that. You gotta open up with this.
And he says, Who made this? The work is exquisite. Much finer than anything I've ever made.
I had this made by... Gosh, was he an elf? I forget. Had the work done by an elf, actually. Right?
Over in one of the cities in Neverwinter or Waterdeep? Baldur's Gate?
I go all over the place. Actually, I forget exactly where I had this made.
Boy, way to give credit where credit's due. But
Well,
anyways,
you do a good job. I'll be sure to give you credit.
that sounds good. So what can you want to modify this? So you want it to do some more damage, cut better, sharpened?
Yeah, I want when I land that final blow, I want it to do a little bit of extra damage there.
Yeah,
I guess that would, you'd be sharpening it if you made that modification to the end there.
Well, I can sharpen it, or I can add the attachment so that when you land the blade, it does some more damage. Either way.
I think like a little sawtooth modification to this would be perfect.
Oh, okay. All right, so we can sharpen it up, add some teeth.
How much would some modifications like that run?
Wow, let me look. And he pulls out a little abacus, and he just begins tossing beads over. Looks like, let's see, you gotta carry the number here, and this over here, and major modification, and this has an enchantment in it, I can tell just by looking at it. Oh, we're looking at probably about 1,650 gold pieces.
1,500. Well, you better do good work for those prices.
Normal prices.
How about 1,500, since my friends and I have already brought you a decent amount of work.
Yeah, I mean, you think we'd get a discount for, bringing multiple things to you?
Keeping you nice and busy.
Roll a persuasion with advantage. Since
Him or
Arlo,
me?
since him, because
Ooh,
he's the one negotiating.
19.
That advantage saved your butt.
that really did.
You can see him. He kind of looks at you for a while. Well, I guess you did bring a lot of work in. 1,500 it is.
Deal. And I should mention, this blade has some magical properties. Those better not get tampered with.
That won't be a problem at all.
Thank you, sir. When should I expect it? As I hand it over.
Well, I have to finish the work on this other blade, so probably another 2 days.
2 days.
I've got to rework the whole blade.
It's a big town. I guess there's plenty to keep us busy in here.
There certainly is.
Don't you have an apprentice to help you?
Sadly, it's just me. My wife used to help me, but she left me.
Well, that's a shame.
Depends on how you look at it, I guess.
You should go on down to Tendra's Den. I hear they have company there.
And he just flashes you a sly smile. I'm not saying anything.
Keep that a secret between the two of us. You need anything else here, Arlo?
Nope, I am good. We need to go find an armor.
What kind of armor? I do armor here.
I have this to sell, and I'll put my breastplate up on the counter.
Okay.
Just looking to offload my breastplate plus one.
Okay. Takes a look at it. Yeah. Enchanted breastplate. I can give you 750 gold pieces for that.
Well, I mean, with everything we've got going on with you, how about 825?
I just gave you a deal on the sword.
Who? Him, but not me.
Remember, look, the reason I gave him the discount is because you all, as one unit, bringing stuff in.
No, we're all together, but it's all separate equipment, separate swords.
This is some of the finest plate armor, if I do say so myself. It's kept him very well alive. Next owner would be so grateful to have this. It's an easy sell on your hands.
800.
Deal.
He takes it.
Thank you, kind friend. I appreciate that.
Anything else I can do for you?
Unless you sell healing kits back there too, since you seem to be the jack of all trades.
I work with metal.
Well, never hurts to ask. I'm good, Zorramir. I think we need to probably maybe mosey on down the street.
Alright. I'll take your lead. We'll be back to pick this stuff up in a couple days.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. He's a
And
kind old chap. Nice guy.
Pricey, but
A little
kind.
pricey.
you head over to the apothecary from there.
Yep.
And you see the familiar jovial balding man. Welcome to my shop. How can I help?
Just like to get a couple healing kits, if you don't mind.
No problem. That'll be how many?
Well, I'll take 2 of those, and I will take a greater healing.
Okay, well, 1 second. That will be 390 gold.
Very good. Hand him the gold.
All right. That was for 1 greater healing and 2 healing kits, right?
Yep.
Okay. He hands it over to you.
Thank you, kind sir. I do appreciate it.
Anytime. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Man. How much were the greater healings?
375 gold pieces.
Ooh. My pockets are feeling pretty light today. I think I'm going to pass on that for now. I've already given you plenty of money.
But there's always more to give.
Maybe to the other merchants. Gotta spread the wealth. Alright, I'm all set here, Arlo.
Yeah. Have a good day, sir. Thank you.
Have a fantastic day. Enjoy Verminia.
Welcome to Disney World.
All right. You walk out of the shop, and Grayson.
All right. So I am heading towards the Who's Missing building.
All right. You see a windowed building, very nicely adorned with the sign "Who's Missing," and a kind of a red stone building, and you can see various objects inside.
I knock on the door.
Come in.
Pardon me. I'm looking for a Harvey Swiftfeather.
And you see in front of you an owl-like creature, dark feathers. He turns around and has one glass eyepiece over his eye and a chain that goes down to his collar. He was wearing a dark red petticoat. Why, yes, you have found... You're in the right place. I am Harvey Stiffeather. That's 2 F's, not 3. And yes, I am named after my father. How can I help you?
I have some questions, and I need some confidentiality.
Well, but of course.
Do you have somewhere we can speak?
Yes, right this way. And he takes you back into one of the far back rooms, and you sit down at a small table. It's quiet there. A single lantern illuminates the room. And he sits down. He kind of straightens out his petticoat. And so, how can I help you?
Well, my friends and I, we ran into a pretty bad person just south of the city. And before he passed, he tried talking us into helping him get to a certain fellow that was working with him here in the castle by the name of Kithrin. I've done some digging myself. I believe this Kithrin is the Kithrin Soulspire, who is currently an advisor to the king. I need to know what he was involved with.
And oh, I almost forgot. And he reaches down and pulls out a small bowl and sets it on the table and kind of looks at it and looks up at you. For general information, we do have a small fee here. I do need to keep a business running. So typically for general information inquiries about the town of Verminia, it's a charge of 25 gold pieces.
You're charging me for something you haven't even said yet.
Oh, I have information, but time is money.
All right, I pull out 25 gold.
and clatter into the bowl. Now, what would you like to know?
If the information I got was correct, the little information I received, he is into some nefarious deeds.
Oh, I don't trust, and I don't believe anyone should trust anyone from the palace. You know how royalty is. I know who you are.
Yes, well, I'm no longer hiding who I am.
As you
And yes,
shouldn't. Take and be proud of who you are, just like I am a swift feather.
I need to know what he's doing. I need to know what's going on. Why has the kingdom put itself in lockdown?
Well,
It can't just be because of Cape's vassal.
I think what you really need to know is the answer to the question you asked. You see, Kithrin is much more than an advisor to the king. You need to know who he is. And his sister, Jaina. Curious
Yes,
pair they are.
I knew that she was also an
Oh,
advisor.
but
I
what
did
you
not know it was his sister.
but what you didn't know is that Kithrin is rumored to be the one in charge of the Order of the Sun and Moon. Yet his sister is in charge of the Children of Iota. Curious, wouldn't you say?
Very much so. Since both of these syndicates are causing problems in the city.
Mainly with just each other, though. The city has not been worse for wear. Unless your business is in the seedy parts of the town.
No. The king has something that I need. And it seems that these two are blocking my way.
Oh, but they have so much power. They are who you need to deal with. For quick access to the king, that is, the lockdown has kept them quite shut away from the people of the city.
Well, it seems you know quite a bit right now anyway, so I won't beat around the bush. Kithrin was working with a beholder.
I would expect Jaina has just as sinister companions in her employ as well.
How do we get proof?
That is something I cannot answer. Only those within their circles can speak to that.
And what's the other one's name? Is it Farron Goldmar? Was the third advisor?
Mhm.
Theron Goldmar, yeah.
Do we know anything of this Farron?
An advisor to the king is who he is.
But he doesn't seem to be any part of these two.
No. Farron stays neutral. But there's no more trusted advisor than Farron Goldmere to the king. or queen.
And how would one catch his ear?
You could become the king of Verminia.
Well, we both know that's not going to happen.
It would be quite a story, a harker. As king of Verminia. I have a feeling the river would run with ale.
Yeah, I'm not so much into that currently. Priorities and all. Anything else you could give me?
What questions do you have?
Well, that's why I came here. Questions I can't quite grasp right now, but I need information on both of them.
Well, my suggestion would be to fall in good with either of them. If they've reached out, follow up on it. Get in with them. It's an avenue that I am not able to do myself.
And you say Catherine's got the more power than his sister?
I would say they're both equally powerful. It gets down to how sinister they are in their dark dealings. Both of which is not one is better than the other.
All right, well, if you have nothing else, I thank you for your information.
If you have more questions, I am happy to assist. If you need me to find a missing person or look for a lost pet,
No, I'm good with all that right now. Thank you.
well, if you need anything else, come back to who's missing. And he stands
Take you
up.
on that. And I walk out.
All right. Okay, where are you headed after this?
Well, to cut time, I'm going to go to the apothecary and magical memories one more time. But we can do that text. I don't need to take up the.
Okay. That leads me back to. Let's see. Have we lost Arlo yet? Arlo, are we losing you?
Yeah, here just for a few minutes. So, yep.
So let's.
Thanks.
You taking off?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
All right.
But you need me on here for a few more minutes.
Well, where do you and Zorramir want to go next?
Well, Zorramir, I've got all kinds of time. What shall we go do?
Well, I don't have my rapier on me. Which means probably shouldn't be getting into any fights. I just blew through most of the gold I've saved up over the past few months, so hopefully nothing too luxurious.
I'm sure you got plenty of gold up your sleeves.
I mean, I have plenty of gold up other people's sleeves that I could probably go take, but I don't know if I should do that right now. Nope, I should definitely not do that right now.
Yeah, as I say, if you want some hard labor, you do that. I'm going the other way.
I don't think I'd be much good at hard labor personally.
I'm sure Harathor would be thrilled.
Would he?
I doubt it. That's
Oh.
sarcasm, my friend.
I still haven't gotten that sarcasm thing. I was gonna say, I didn't think Harathor would like it very much. I guess we could go eat. It's a little early. Could peer in through the gates of the King's Keep. Or we could just wander around the city some more. Maybe try and join up with the rest of the group.
Yeah. We could maybe we'll work our way over to the I'd like to just go check out the Fighters Guild just for curiosity, just to step inside, see what it looks like.
Sure. Let's go check it out.
Okay. And you're leaving, so you don't have time to have that conversation, right?
Nope.
Okay. All right. That leaves Blaylock and Gaultier.
On to the jewelry.
Where is this jeweler? There's so many establishments here.
It's in the shop center.
Yeah. Well,
Yes,
best
that
place
was-
to be would be to look at
That
the
was
signs.
it was a rhetorical statement.
Okay, do we need to redo cameras real quick?
Yep, you guys can do that while I get.
Okay, my camera's off.
Look, Mosca.
Come on, little one.
Coming.
Burp.
All right. You walk in. You find the glittering gem. You walk inside and you see cases full of various jewelry. Behind the counter, you
We're
see
good,
an
Grayson.
orange and black striped tabaxi woman. She has kind of a green tunic on, very smartly dressed, headband over her underneath her ears, and bright yellow eyes. Welcome.
Good morning. It is morning, right? Good morning.
Late morning, but yeah. Good
Hi.
morning.
I am looking for a few gems. Yes. There, I seem to have come to the right place and look around at all the jewelry. Quite an establishment you have here.
Yes, I do believe I have good things.
Oh. Well. I'm looking for a fire opal.
Fire opal. Interesting.
Would you happen to have one here?
I, unfortunately, don't deal in loose gems.
Loose gems? That was rather rude of you.
Oh, would you like a fire opal within a setting? I
Within
could.
the staff setting.
Yes, I have the setting. I just need the opal. In the setting. What do you have? DM, what kind of fire opal do I need for that length approximation supplement or eradication rod?
You need.
Just the monetary value. I don't remember if it's 100 or 300.
Oh, it's more than that. For the fire opal, 1,000 gold pieces. It's got to be at least 1,000.
I hate you so much. All right, fine.
I know.
So that's gonna be like a 15 grand item.
Yeah.
The Verminia Exchange deals with loose gems. If you'd like to exchange your gold for gems, some like to do that as it's a little lighter to walk around with.
Well, that is good. You have been most amicable. How
Are you sure
are
you wouldn't like to buy something nice for your husband?
No,
Uh-huh.
no. I am actually. How are you with custom work?
I would say I'm well.
What if you were to duplicate this horn and replace it on this stub?
Oh, how bejeweled would you like it?
Bejeweled enough to replace the stub with an actual horn.
Oh, we could arrange for that. What material would you like it made out of? Gold, platinum, silver?
Silver. I do not wish to stand out too much.
Just a plain silver horn replacement? What about any kind of gems?
Now we know where that non-female female Minotaur got his horn at.
Gaultier, I am struggling right now. What would befit? You know me. What kind of gem would befit a Minotaur?
Well, probably a emerald of some type with how much you like to play with that wild magic.
You are quite astute.
Or maybe a gem that matches the staff for all the tinkering you do.
What color's the staff, DM?
Gold-ish, bronze.
Gold-ish, bronze? Okay.
Yep.
If I put a gem in this horn, my dear Gaultier, Grayson will be none too pleased. He is quite the skinflint.
That is true. You could also just simply get a silver horn. Doesn't have to be decorated.
No. Ma'am,
Yes.
just silver, if you please.
Just silver. Okay.
Just
Any
What-
carvings, imprints, runes, symbols?
yes. I would like a rune. And I'm going to draw the rune that I saw in the cave where I saw my mother.
All right.
And I'll draw it on a. Do you have a piece of paper?
I have parchment, yes, and she goes to the back and comes out with that and feather quill with some ink.
Would you put this rune on there, and then I'll scribe it on the parchment, the best of my ability and recollection.
Since it has been a long time since you've seen this rune, I need you to give me a performance check.
I'm getting a steaming pile of crap on my horn. Oh gosh. Wow. That's really good. Can I flash a genius that sucker?
You could.
I would like to flash a genius that sucker and give myself an 18. That's the best performance check I will probably ever do. Blaylock.
All right. You to your best ability, scribe out.
See him with his tongue out. When I close.
And it being Blaylock and being meticulous to detail, Gaultier, this takes like 10 minutes for him just to, and you can tell at this point, the Tabaxi is bored but eager to make the sale.
If I remember right, it was just like this, and we connect to this. Yes. Yes. Oh, there was some work over here. Bear with me, please, one moment. Then I'll finish it and hand it to her. Thank you for your patience.
Yes, okay. I can. Would you like multiples or just one or surrounding?
Just one horn. One rune on the horn. Not too obtrusive, but enough.
Now, the connecting process, I will have to bring someone in to connect this. This is a permanent fixture, correct?
I'll look at Gaultier. Like, yes, I believe I would like to do this. If I am to meet my mother again, I would like to have both horns intact.
Is that gonna hurt? I feel like that's gonna hurt.
It won't be as pleasant as having it ripped and broken.
I mean, you
Well-
know how that feels better than I do.
So, the attachment, the manufacture, the scribing, the cost is going to be about 50 gold pieces.
And
That is acceptable. Thank you. And I'll
She takes the gold.
count out the gold and hand it to her.
Pleasure doing business. I should have it ready tomorrow.
Tomorrow, that is quite... do you need to do any work on the natural horn beforehand? Measurements and the like?
We can take care of that. We'll make it big, and when we attach, we'll adjust it accordingly.
Excellent. Thank you.
Have a pleasant day.
You and you as well. I will see you on the morrow. Gaultier, Grayson's going to kill me.
Don't get over it.
Dude, he's getting a silver fucking horn.
He said we needed to look good when we meet the king.
I know. That's why I did. All right.
He's seen you do a horn gouge before. It's how you fucking broke it to begin with.
Let's head over to the
The
establishment, the exchange.
Okay. Grayson, I already know what you're doing, so I'm going to continue with this. So you walk down the road a bit and see right spot here. A pretty lavish building.
Oh,
And on the outside, you see Verminia Exchange. And you see higher class people, well dressed, walking in and out of the building. It's in the nicer part of town, not far from the Gilded Glass, but out of the shop district. You going inside?
Yes, Gaultier. Would you care to join me?
Sure, I'll come in with you.
Did that jeweler think that we were wed, by the way?
That she did.
That is most interesting.
She's probably trying not to be rude. She's probably trying to make a sale.
Maybe.
It's a tabaxi, after all.
That is true. Well, let's move on.
You step inside and you see very nice marble floors that shine because they're so clean. Magical lanterns are set up inside. Several guards line the insides of the walls, and there's gold-plated filigree around the windows as well as bars. And you see one human woman at the end of the counter, standing at a ornately carved wooden desk that's quite massive, and behind some glass and some additional bars with a small cutout below it. Her hair is pulled up into a tight bun. Dark strands fall down as she has one white strand that kind of falls over the front of her face. She looks like she's a little older, and she just has a cold stare as you approach.
Greetings.
Welcome to the Verminia Exchange, the only bank in Verminia. How might I be of service today? I will be Delilah. Just Delilah.
Hello, Delilah. I
Hello.
am looking to exchange some gems, if possible.
We take gem exchange for small transaction fees. We also can store your items in gold.
That is worthy of note. I'm looking for a fire opal, approximately 1,000 gold pieces, and I've got these to exchange if possible. And it says 11 gems for Blaylock, one is an amethyst, one are gold pieces, all 500 each. Okay, good. So I'll hand her the one emerald and one diamond, the ones that are worth 500 each.
Okay. All right. We can see when we assess our fees. Give you 460 for each of those.
That will work. But there is more. Jade, carnelian, worth 100 gold each.
The jade will cost 105 gold pieces, the carnelian 55 gold pieces, and the fire opal you requested 1,050 gold pieces.
Excellent. And what if I were to exchange this black pearl for the cost of the jade and carnelian and the transaction fees, exchange fees?
We could definitely take the black pearl for those 2 gems.
And the cost of the exchange for the fire opal?
It will cost it will cover the exchange rate, yes.
That will do.
So 1 black pearl.
1 black pearl. I'll head over the black pearl, the diamond, and the emerald.
Okay. So that the black pearl will cover the cost, as you said, of the jade carnelian.
Yep. And
And
what about the fire opal?
The other 2, with the other 2, it'll cover the cost of the fire opal as well.
Okay.
Altogether, those 3 gems even up.
Excellent. These are very rare, are they not? And I'll point at the fire opal.
Extremely. Is there any other business we can help you with today? Would you like to store your items? It's 5 gold a month to store items and gold.
Maybe later this week, possibly. 5 gold a month, you say?
5 gold a month. Secured by the Bank of Verminia.
Is there some kind of accommodation to ensure if anything were to happen?
We have the accommodation of no.
That nothing will happen?
Nothing has happened here in a millennia.
Ah, good. That is good.
God,
Oh.
this is stick his foot up their ass.
I may see you sometime later this week. Thank you. You have been quite pleasant to work with.
Enjoy your day.
I will. Thank you.
For many a piece of shit.
Thank you, Just Delilah. Walk away.
I don't think that Delilah thought very highly of me.
That
Maybe.
or there is a Verminion stick so far up her ass.
Well, the stick did not go very far up yours because you do not act in that manner.
That's what happens when you get out of this place at a young age.
Mm.
And there's kind of other things that are being thrown at me to not worry about sticks.
Gaultier, would it be terribly rude if I decided to head back to the den and begin work on this? I'm quite anxious to finish the work that I have started.
What time is it? Yeah,
It's like
Noonish. Yeah.
that'd be fine. You know we're meeting around 6 for dinner.
For dinner, yes. I'm sure that will not be a problem.
All right.
I'll start heading over towards the den.
Okay. Zorramir, you're continuing on with Arlo to the Fighters Guild?
Yes.
Okay. I can't do anything with you till he's here, so we'll get you next Monday.
Okay.
Grayson, we'll take care of those transactions, but is there anything else you wanted to do?
No. How long did they say? She said that the clothes would take.
I think it was just a day or two.
Okay. Nope. Yeah, I'll probably go back to my room and try to work on the whip. So
Okay.
I'll probably spend about 8 hours. Well,
Do attempts.
you said it's noon now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do
so-
attempts.
Yeah. I would also like to go spend 6 hours working on the infuser.
Okay. We'll say since it's a very relaxed situation, you can get 2 attempts in that time period. So we'll deal with that here in a moment. Blaylock. Oh, Blaylock. You're back in your
Hi.
room.
I am.
What are you doing?
I would like to play with the length approximation supplement eradication rod. And
Oh.
Dude, I can't
like,
believe you remember that.
No, I've got it written down
Definitely
because
got it
before
written
it was, it was like the length enhancer or something. So like
It was the
that.
blue pill.
And then the DM stared at me menacingly. So I'm going to place the fire opal into the appropriate location with Leo's guidance to finally finish that portion.
All right. You drop the fire opal in. Yeah, just like that. Now,
You realize how expensive and rare this was, Leo.
Yeah, don't drop it. It's important that the magic is focused through the gem properly. If there's any cracks in the gem, I can't guarantee this thing won't explode in your face and make you appear in the Fey realm.
Oh dear. I have not yet endured such a place as the Fey realm. Only through history books and stories have I heard of such a place.
Easy. Easy.
and you slowly drop the fire opal in and kind of secure it in place.
Now, close the panel.
You
I'll
close,
gently close that.
and as you do, you feel the staff twist and turn in your hand as it's
Ooh,
reorientating itself. And you see it pull back, and you have grips now that have appeared on the staff itself, and then it flashes brightly enough where light illuminates through your window, and as you look down, you see runes inscribed over that area of the staff itself. And when you look at Leo now, before he's kind of the illusion was very translucent. He has a lot more color to him now. It's almost like he has color to his clothes, like a little black suit coat jacket kind of thing on, and some frills under his neck. And
Yes! You got it!
you are come across much clearer now than before. Are you sure that modification was not for your benefit? Not for the rod?
No, it's definitely for you. Now, you see that switch right there? You see it?
Yes, this one right here.
Yeah, go ahead. Press that.
This won't explode, will it? I do not care to.
No guarantee.
All right, so I'll hit the switch and then kind of point towards the window.
as you hit the switch, a red beam fires out from the staff, but oddly enough, it doesn't destroy anything. It looks like magic, but it just kind of moves along the inner walls and window.
Oh, what is this?
Well,
Makes sense of laser pointer.
this helps you make sure that you hit what you're aiming at. And believe me, I've seen you. Terrible. This is going to help.
Really? That would be excellent. I am sure my compadres would be very thankful for such an advantage.
So with completing that attachment, your staff gains, as a bonus action, you can use 3 of your slots to make your next attack from the staff automatically hit, only affecting the first bolt of any multi-bolt spells, and this hit is a critical hit for double damage. No card is drawn.
Got it. Thank you. Are we we'll talk about that offline.
Yeah, I'll add
we
it.
got that done. Yep. Are you ready for some more work there, Leo?
I'm always ready for more work. I'm getting to see my work come back alive.
Well, I think I've finished the dial. I have found your jade, and with one, I'll hold it up with one hand, and your carnelian you requested.
Be careful with those.
I will. It took quite a while to finally procure one of these, each of these. Now, and I'll put them into the dial one at a time.
Okay. And you slide them in and turn it to the side and slide the other one in. And you hear them click into place, and staff shakes a little bit. And as you now have the ability to cast Thunderclap with the staff and Acid Splash.
Okay. All right. Now, this looks much better, more complete. Now that we have finished the dial, it always looked a little strange with those 2 missing slots.
Getting close. It's almost complete. I can feel it inside.
I think this battery needs a little more work, as well as the prong extension.
Yep.
I'll begin working on the enhanced battery.
All right. Since the gems were just kind of drop-ins, didn't require a whole lot of time there.
Yeah.
So are you using the same 6-hour period?
Please.
So roll it up twice.
Okay. That is. Okay. It's 23
It's a success.
and a 7.
That is not. All right, Grayson. You want to roll yours up?
10.
Did you say a 10?
Fuck, man. 10 and another natural 1.
Oh,
Oh no.
Your
That's why I
whip
ain't
shatters
fucking with
into
this shit,
pieces. No.
Fuck these fucking digital dice.
Curse you, digital die.
All right.
I've already rolled 3 times, and 2 of them were natural 1s.
Gaultier.
So, dumb question. Did I have 2 books, and one book was all the spells, and one book was like instruction manual on the infuser, or was it one book that was spells and the infuser?
It's one
instructions?
book. It has both.
Okay, can I start reading on how like add the vial?
That's not gonna. It's just part of the process.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna work on it for 6 hours then.
All right. Roll it up twice.
15
It's a failure.
and a 5. What? Okay, what do I need to pass?
You were close.
God damn it!
You were close. You were very close. It's not that high of a DC check, especially for you.
Yeah, but it's dexterity. I only get a +2 to it.
All right. The time passes. Evening falls. You have no idea what's going on with Zorramir and Arlo. You all meet down in the lobby of Tendra's Den. You can see Grayson's in kind of a foul mood. Frustrated, mumbling something about digital. What do you want to do?
Well,
What was
wanna
that?
Go ahead
Yeah.
do we want to go ahead and head to the wolf's den?
Well, before we go, this is probably something I should inform you. The information I found out from our friend at the PI's office. It seems that Kithrin is in charge of the Suns and Moon Syndicate. His sister, Jaina, is in charge of the Children of Iota. They're the reason these syndicates are fighting. They're the reason the kingdom is in lockdown.
So having their syndicates cause chaos would benefit them.
Exactly.
Also,
The third advisor is keeping themselves neutral. They aren't in charge of anything, but he apparently has the ear of the king.
Grayson, does the term silent steps mean anything to you as a group?
Would I have heard of anything like that?
No, that's
Okay.
something new.
No, I've not heard anything in that in my time here.
Okay. Apparently my sister has something to do with them. She refused to tell me
It's
what.
a bit ominous.
I agree.
How is your sister?
Doing about as well as she could be from what they did to her on that island. She's also trying to find out a way to get an audience with the king. Based on what she told me, if you get approached by either the Brotherhood of Sun and Moon or the Children of Iota, it's because they can do something, or you can do something they want. They only search out certain individuals.
Yes.
And she said
I'm
she was
pretty
not
sure.
part of that.
Is she safe?
for now, she's staying low. She's back at her old hideout, and she's at the old boot.
Why would anyone stay at the old boot?
When you're trying to keep a low profile,
We should probably... If she's got information, not if. We know she has more information than what we do.
I did tell her if she wanted food or to meet us at the Wolf's Den. We're being there at 6 around dinner time.
We should probably keep her close as well. We can always rent another room at Tendra's Den.
I thought about doing that, but I wasn't sure if that's something she'd want right now.
Well, she'd probably be safer with us than...
Out that way. The place
up.
she's hiding is not an easy place to get to, though.
Yeah.
I plan to go, if she doesn't come tonight, I plan to go see her again in the morning.
As we spoke, Gaultier, and I hope that she sees the merit of staying with us and begins to trust us.
If we gain audience with King Edward, we probably need to have her cleaned up as well.
That was something else I was wondering about. I want to talk to you guys about her joining us before I just said she can join us. Because we would need to go to where you acquired the clothes to get something for her as well.
Yes. That's not a problem. Not a problem at all. But I was told that the best way to get to these two would be from the inside.
So to be recruited.
Yes, and like I said last night, I'd rather deal with the devil I know than the one I don't. And we already know that Kithrin's secret is that he was in league with the Beholder. We have no understanding of what Jaina has gotten herself into.
If it's something just as bad as her brother, for all we know, it could basically be Karth himself, or Roman Karth himself.
Yeah, it could be. And then we'd be
Really
tipping our hand
shit out of
way
luck.
too early.
Yeah.
Craft may have, we may have found the point of
Inside.
contact for Craft.
That could be possible as well.
But it is easy to ascribe all ill tidings to that which we know. Who knows what else is going on here in this rather bustling city?
Well, if we do join, that's our best way of getting proof of the nefarious dealings they've been having.
True.
At least we'll have a little more understanding of what's going on around here.
But we also need to talk this over with Arlo and Zorramir.
Where are they? Weren't they supposed to meet us here?
They were supposed to meet us at the Wolf's
The
Den.
Wolf's Head.
Oh, they've still got some time then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I believe we have an end now with at least the sun and moon. I say we proceed with that.
It is a good plan. It may be our only plan as of yet, not unless we can try and meet with the advisor who has the ear of the king. and is
And
fairly neutral.
I'm sure we won't be able to just. Well, from what I found out, they don't leave the castle. So trying to get his ear
No,
will be very difficult.
no, not unless we risk jail time for a very long time.
So, yes. Other than that, I don't have any new information.
Well,
Were you able to procure your items?
I was, and I've even spent a little bit of money, and don't be upset, on replacing this horn with rather an ornate replacement.
Well, I did say that we needed to clean ourselves up,
Yes, and
make
having
ourselves presentable.
that jagged horn stump was rather bothersome. Do you know how many times I've had to clean out that horn from the jaggedness and picking up whatever we happened to pass by?
I would have thought your horns would have been stronger than that.
You didn't
Of
drink
course, you
enough
did
growing
have
up.
you did have caverns and cave-ins.
Yes. Yeah, didn't I lose this one with charging a werewolf?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With a natural one
With a natural one.
into a door. Yeah, 2 years ago.
Anger got the best of me when I lost this horn. But it will soon be replaced. I'd rather not step before my mother or the king, hopefully, in such a manner. Well, I did end up finding the gems to replace this, to fix the staff. Still, work needs to be done, but hopefully without such a high cost. Did you know that the rarity of a fire opal? Oh dear, dear.
It wouldn't surprise me. My family's dealt with magical weapons and the such for a long time. Things are definitely pricey.
They are indeed.
I pull out
dare
the
say.
hilt of the Sunblade. I've never even heard of this until we found it. But could you just imagine the damage that I could do?
You
I don't
would
like
be.
it. I just
Yeah.
show the hilt and I put it back.
You would be quite a force to be reckoned with if you decided to continue clearing out the undead. A one-man army, you would say.
Hopefully, once we get this sword back together, we can see what kind of power it truly has. Why they were so afraid of it falling into the wrong hands. That they
If the
had to
tale
split it.
speaks true, then it is quite powerful.
For them to break it down into 7 pieces and scatter it.
Ooh, which of us would wield it?
I guess we would have to learn that out the hard way.
Yes.
Do we even know what kind of sword it actually was?
That's what I was thinking.
Is it like a long sword?
It's
Is
a
it
long
like
sword.
a great sword?
Okay.
Rapier.
It's a rapier. really
Actually,
tiny pieces.
yeah, short.
I feel
Yes.
good that we may be nearing a conclusion to this long endeavor to restore the sword.
Right. Hopefully Lucia has had some good luck in getting the peoples of this island together. We've not even I know Grayson's never gone anywhere near Lake Starshine in the old tower.
Nope.
I don't even know what we're walking into.
Don't think any of us do. And it will be nothing like we would expect. He has had a lot of time to plot and secure himself there.
Well, I feel that with the help of all the peoples we've come across, we have a good fighting chance.
Much more
if not,
so.
we all die in a blaze of glory, and Roman Koth kills everyone on the island anyway.
Yes. There are really only two options, aren't there?
When it comes down to it, we win or we lose.
But we will not sit idly by like those of Cider's Point and watch the days go by, caring not for the travails of this island.
It does leave the matter of a certain demented, delusional demigod to take care of as well.
We are never getting off this island unless we deal with Eastab. And I'll look around when I say his name.
And almost like a coincidence, like a cool breeze just blows through the place. Like a cup
Cool,
falls
wet
over.
breeze.
You smell sea air.
Yes, we don't need him turning back up at the most improbable time.
If only we could pit Eastab against Roman Karth. And whatever happens afterward, we would have gained.
It almost seemed like he had something against the children of Karth, though.
No, I believe that was centered on us.
I mean, it's possible, but initially when all those things attacked, they were only focusing on the children, not us.
True.
That is true. Maybe we need to pay his temple another
Visit? Much as you'd hate to say that.
Ooh.
Really hating that.
I would not look forward to that.
It's
But he did have a portal open in front of Fort Tiberius.
And he would be the one not to let such a thing go idly by, welcoming an opportunity for us to meet with him.
hey, if he's the enemy of our enemy, he could be our temporary friend. Help is help.
Oof. Gaultier.
A conversation for another time.
Over after some mead.
Yeah. The can of worms that has been opened by us journeying into that temple and releasing him is something that we may regret for the rest of our lives.
Well, our interference did save the lives of those soldiers.
They did. They did kind of ask for that for what they were doing to those at the temple. That's right. Weren't they messing around inside the temple?
No, they had his amulet.
But that's right, his amulet.
His holy symbol,
That's
whatever.
right. Yeah.
The one that we kicked back out in the ocean with the warrior's body.
How many ways to spit in a god's face?
Not a god.
Yes. Just a very angry purple pants wearing creature.
And with that, you prepare to head out to the Wolf's Head Tavern and continue talking then. And Arlo and Zorramir arrive at the Fighters Guild, which is where we'll pick up next week. We have to end sometime, guys. Like, I know we could keep going, but we
You're good.
Yeah.
We're hitting two different. We're time traveling right now.
Yeah, you really are. You're way ahead of where Zorramir and Arlo are right now. So
Yeah.
we'll figure that out. Yeah, exactly. Thank you all for stopping by tonight. We love you. Shout outs to our new followers, Rhino Mum, Puffy Pez, Undead Rhino, a lot of Rhino. Call the Wild Bandit, Tanner Gorman 1. Thanks for those follows. Thanks
Yes.
for all you that stopped by, Pika and Cuddles and Tricky and Fanboy.
Miz was here.
Ms.
Mhm.
Blanco, one of our newest subscribers, or followers, I should say. And don't forget, Midland Mall Comic Con will be there, but will you? That's the question. Make it happen, Captain. We want you to be there. Stop by. If anything, just say hello. We'll get Grayson to sign autographs as Grayson. He'll have his flask tucked into his shorts or something. I don't know.
He'll be working on the whip.
Yeah, he'll be working on the whip. You'll be able to find him because he'll be the one cursing about digital dice. So
They suck.
But we'll be there. Banter and Babble will be there.
Fet's Toy Depot apparently is the
It is
sponsor
hosted
for
by
that.
Fet's Toy Depot.
Hosted.
They'll be there. There'll be a cosplay contest. All sorts of vendors in different places. So there is a lot of reasons to show up. So make sure you stop by.
Gotta support them local
Support those local businesses
shops, local
as well.
artists.
Mhm.
And if we can drive 5 hours up there, you can make the 1 hour drive or whatever, depending how far you are. Or if you're Cuddles, you can fly. You can fly. You're good.
Mhm, mhm.
We'll pick you up on our way through. So, all right. Until next time, we'll see you in the dungeon. Take care, all. Let's get some music here on our way out.
Anton Beats.
I don't have that up, but we'll get this. Yeah.
Piano.